Uneducated.
Uneducated experts.
With Mink and Jones. Telling you everything that we think we know.
And nothing that we do. Episode 30.
And we are back. Uneducated Experts. I am Mink.
I'm Jones.
Telling you everything that we think we know and nothing that you do.
Well, that's my part, but he likes to steal some of my spotlight.
Yeah, I changed it. You didn't hear me?
Yeah.
You'll hear it on the replay. Whatever.
Okay, let's do it.
Anyways, hey, how you been, bruh? You doing good?
I've been good, man. It was a wild week 9, if I, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely. You know why week 10's good though, right?
Because we go heads up in the matchup again?
Heads up. Even though my trade got vetoed, that would have easily put me ahead of you. So shout out to all the, sorry Mama Jones, the bitch assness in our fantasy football league. But I digress.
Hey, it takes a lot for me to veto a trade. You were the one that made it happen.
You just didn't want to lose. You just didn't want to lose. Don't lie.
You can say I didn't want to lose. Tell people what the trade was. The trade was for Kareem Hunt. You losing Kareem Hunt, trading for Antonio Brown and Mark Ingram.
Listen.
Now, while many people will say, hold on, let me finish this. While many people will say, that's not a bad trade. That's pretty even. I got the number 1 rush in the league for the number 1 receiver. Add on a little bit because, receivers are a little bit fluky. He is trading to a guy who cannot afford to lose any more games. Because I'm going to get this point across. You are trading to a guy that can't afford to lose any more games if he's going to make the playoffs in our fantasy league. So he is losing 2 quality starters, the number 1 receiver, and a very solid RB2 for a running back who's on bye week this week. That makes 0 sense. I'm not saying it's collusion. It makes 0 sense. That's all I'm saying. So I vetoed it. Yeah, a little bit had to do with me facing you. Of course it did.
So this is where I look at this part, right? All that stuff you just said doesn't matter to me because his reason for offering me that trade is his. I accepted the trade because I knew that I would take it. I said from the very get-go, if you want Kareem Hunt from me, it's going to cost you another RB1, a lesser RB1 with a wide receiver 2, or a wide receiver 1 with an RB2. That's what was offered. I said, cool. Because I was offering the same thing for Gurley and someone, or the same thing for Melvin Gordon and someone, and those people didn't have any problems with it. But as soon as it didn't include them, that's when people vetoed. So, I was good with the trade. I offered Devonta Freeman and Mike Evans for Antonio Brown and Mark Ingram. Was told no. I opted to something else.
Hello?
Shout out to Cisco, by the way. Uh-oh. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know.
Hey, you still there, bro?
Yeah, you offered Devonta Freeman and Mike Evans. Yeah, which would have been even more laughable because Devonta Freeman has been on huge decline, and Mike Evans is suspended this week and has been on pretty much decline the last couple of weeks because he has no more Jameis Winston, so that would have been laughable as well.
Hey, can you hear me?
No, but it is what it is. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Legit, it is what it is. It got vetoed. We're moving on.
It got vetoed, and now you won't accept
9?
it again.
Did anything surprise you out of week 9? Can we talk about
I'm
football?
not done talking about this. Whatever. Forget every one of y'all. I'm vetoing every trade that comes across my phone from now on. Just because we have the power to do it.
My stomach hurt. I can't.
Hey, well, let's talk about that. So if anyone out there listening to this, I want you to message us, tweet us, comment, whatever, and tell me if in your league, with our trades commissioner approved, which are immediate trades as soon as the commissioner approves them, or if they're, what's the word for this?
Like the option to veto. Have the option to veto.
Yeah, or like it's a league approved where everyone in your league can veto a trade. Because I'm in 3 leagues, and 2 of my leagues are commissioner approved. The only league I have that you have the ability to veto a trade is...
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties right now. I don't know.
Our calls keep dropping for some reason.
It's going on with Mink and our connection, but...
Interesting.
Yeah, the trade got vetoed. It is what it is. I'm going to try to push on
This is probably going to be a little
while we still
pause
to
on our
get
show.
Connected. But
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, bro. That's weird.
yeah, I know. I told people that also. So we're gonna try
I
to
was
push
I was
on.
saying the same thing throughout
Well,
the
2 weeks.
entire
All right,
time.
well,
So we're
mute one
probably
of us out.
talking
It's
at the
fine
same
when you
time. Yeah.
record it. Too easy. All right.
Anyways.
So week 9's in the bag, and I want to know if anything stood out to you because I got a few things that stood out to me.
Hold on. Let me pull up el schedule. Week 10. Got my week 10 picks already.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't know why I even do the picks though. Like I'm always wrong with this.
That's true. You went 7-6
At this
this
point.
week. I went 8-5. So whoop-de-doo, I beat you by one game, but we're both barely above 500.
We already talked about the Bills Jets game, right?
Yeah. Do that. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Let me get on one more rant real quick. Let me tell you, I tweeted at to Matthew Berry and Phil Yates and Fantasy Football Podcast all over the place because I had probably what was the worst week of my 8-year fantasy football career. I'm going to break this down for you real quick. LaShawn McCoy and Buffalo Bills defense Thursday night. LaShawn McCoy LaShawn McCoy has a green matchup. It's a plus matchup. It's the Jets. He goes out there and forgets how to run the ball. 12 carries, 25 yards. Then you have Bills defense plus 14 in turnovers. They can't stop nobody. They can't stop anybody. So they give me 0 points in my fantasy league. So then we fast forward to Sunday. And right before kickoff, I find out Leonard Fournette is suspended for this game because he wants to miss a team photo. Okay, he's suspended. So I go pick up waiver wire. I said, oh, here's Jonathan Stewart. He has a plus matchup. He gets 10, 15 carries, maybe a goal line touchdown. No, he wants to fumble twice and get me negative points. Think it would stop there? No, it doesn't. A.J. Green. We all should know what happened with A.J. Green. 1 catch, 6 yards. Wants to get in a fight. So now I'm sitting there with 0.6 for my best receiver. I got 2.5 for my best running back. My other best running back, Leonard Fournette, is on my bench for Jonathan Stewart, who got me negative points. And I'm sitting there like, what can I do to not get skunked, which is not scoring 30 points in my fantasy league? I barely got 40. I would tweet it out again, go there and laugh at it. I had never had that bad of a fantasy week ever in my 8-year career of being. I say career, my 8 years of playing fantasy football.
So what was your total points that week or last week?
Like 40.4. It was disgusting.
40.15.
Oh, there you go. I try to throw a little bit of extra fraction yards in there. I'm waiting on stat correction.
I remember not too long ago I had a pretty bad week. I'm trying to pull up what it was.
But it was not 40, I tell you that much. But
maybe I thought it was worse than what it was. Man, I started this year off hot.
Yeah, you did. I believe you were like 4-0 too.
Oh yeah, and then I went like 4-4.
But
yeah, my lowest was 78.
All right, I'm off my rant on fantasy football. We got some good topics to discuss, and I want to discuss them. But first, real quick, anything stand out to you football Sunday?
The fact that
Week 9.
Ezekiel Elliott is still playing.
That stood out to you? Okay.
Let's see. The fact that they fed Adrian Peterson the ball 350 times. That was kind of interesting.
It's the only way they're going to win, man. And they're trying to still remain competitive to bring David Johnson back. And that, I mean, it's the NFC. It's always wide open for wild cards. So they still believe they have a chance to compete. Excuse me.
Yeah, who was the better backup between Savage and Brissett? That was a fun game to watch. Denver game was humiliating. The Rams destroyed the Giants.
Yep.
And the Jags look unstoppable.
Yep. So I'm gonna go back to our week 1 buy sell pawn, where I pawned the Jags, I bought the Rams, and I sold the Bills. Well, we probably should have just bought all 3 of them because they all 3 look, at least right now, again we're at the halfway point, that they're gonna be a playoff team. Is it too early to say Sean McVay is coach of the year? I don't think so. They're 6-2. If they go 500 the rest of the way, bro, they're 10-6. Sean McVay is gonna be coach of the year. You can't tell me what you saw last week and what you've seen over the course of half a season. The Rams can't go 500, 4-4 the rest of the way and go 10-6.
Nah, it's very, very possible.
That is. And you know what's funny? Also, I was looking at this. I was looking at the roster from last year and this year. The only thing that's changed, a couple receivers. You swap out Brian Quick and Kenny Britt. You add in Sammy Watkins and Robert Woods. You go get a Cooper Kupp in the slot. They have about 80 to 85% of that same roster from last year with Jeff Fisher. But you swap out an offensive-minded coach in Sean McVay. Sean McVay? Yeah, Sean McVay. And what are they doing, man? They're out there. They're the number one offense in the NFL with the same roster minus 2 receivers, really. Receivers
but you also
got to
remember that it goes off of Jared Goff and his confidence level.
Okay, but that's also that plays into the coach. Also, the coach and the scheme. They got a guy in there that can work with Goff because he's an offensive-minded coach, not Jeff Fisher and whatever he was doing in his old ways. But Jeff Fisher coached in the '90s, bro. It's 2017.
Yeah, but you also got to remember, you know how it is. You know how it is with these young quarterbacks. They have to grow and adapt to their new surroundings. They aren't able to just stack the box on Gurley anymore. They make Gurley a great pass-catching running back out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Offensive-minded coach. That's what I'm saying, though. All I'm saying is 85% of his roster is the same, minus a few additions here and there on offense and defense. But you change the coach, you change the scheme, and they're the number one offense in the NFL. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I seen you picked up Jared Goff this week, by the way.
Yeah, number one waiver wire I actually used it on a quarterback. Never done that. But you see the matchup he has this week? They're not putting up 50 again. That would be ridiculous. But he's gonna meet that projection points is all I need him to do. All right. So that's what stood out to me is the Rams. I caught them for real week 1 when I saw the offense working. They played the coach. We get it. But I call the Rams. Being for real, we're a halfway point. Everybody's played at least 8 games. Some has played 9, and they still stand in first place, and it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, if only I had stuck to my original prediction of the Jags.
Yeah, I know, right? We're not looking too good on our preseason division winners, except for the Patriots are in first place and Steelers. Outside of that. I swapped over to the Chiefs. You took Broncos. I took the Titans. They're in first place, but they don't look good.
Yeah, barely.
We both took. I took Packers. You took Lions. That's not gonna happen. But maybe Lions, but Packers aren't gonna happen. I called Panthers. They're 1 game out. You called Bucks. That's out of the water,
Bucks are fighting for last place.
All right. So before we get into this week's games and picks. I went on Facebook / Uneducated Experts, and I hit our friends up for topics, and we got some good ones, and I want to discuss them with you. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. So Gary, who is a great friend of the show, he sends in this question because he heard it on the Herd. So shout out to Colin Coward on Fox Sports 1. He says Aaron Rodgers should opt out of his contract after this year, which he has the ability to do, which would leave no dead money for the Packers. Should opt out of his contract and go to a team with a better supporting cast. He's getting older, and his chances of a title is dwindling, getting a second Super Bowl ring. Just he wants to hear our argument on that, and what do you think?
It's obviously possible. I don't foresee it happening.
So before you get anything, yeah. If he did that, he's walking away from a $40 million for the next 2 years. It's 19.8 and 20. So I just round up. It's $40 million he's walking away from.
He's getting that wherever he goes.
Wherever he goes? Because that is where I have an issue with and why I don't think he'll do it.
Who wouldn't pay Aaron Rodgers $20 million a year?
But the question is, to a better supporting cast, what team, minus the one, because there's one team out there, I ain't going to say it yet, but what team has a great supporting cast that can offer Aaron Rodgers $20 million?
The Denver Broncos. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jacksonville Jaguars can offer him $20 million, yes. And that's the one team that would be discussing, and I think there would be a guaranteed Super Bowl favorites if he went there.
The Minnesota Vikings.
Denver Broncos cannot offer Aaron Rodgers $20 million. Not paying Von Miller and Demaryius Thomas, and they went and paid C.J. Anderson a couple years ago when he was supposed to go to Miami. They don't have $20 million to give Aaron Rodgers.
I'm sure they would find the money. Who else?
What you say?
I said I'm sure they can find the money. I'm sure
No,
they
but
can,
what's the other team you said?
the Jaguars,
The Jaguars are definitely one.
the Vikings.
All right, so the Vikings. Listen to this, Vikings. They're paying Sam Bradford $18 million, and they got 2 other quarterbacks on their roster. Now, Teddy Bridgewater isn't a player option. Not a player. They already dropped his 5th-year option, so he will be a free agent this year. I would have to see their salary cap. I wonder if they have any dead money from Adrian Peterson's contract when they cut him. That's the only thing I don't know about, because they were going to pay him $18 million his last year due to that contract he had.
Who else we got?
But I didn't think about the Vikings.
Dolphins.
Vikings are a really good one. Vikings are a good one. But do the Dolphins have a better supporting cast? They just traded Jay Ajayi. Their defense is not that good. Sure, you got Devontae Parker and Jarvis Landry, but I'd rather have Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I think you have to go to somebody with a defense. So
Gary
really,
said Jags.
the 3 teams I would say would be the Broncos, the Jags, or the Vikings.
Okay, so he said the Jags. I said, yeah, Jags are the only team that came to my mind. And I don't want to dwell on this because we're already at 15 minutes, 16 minutes now. But think about this. You go from 2003 to present. There's only been 2 quarterbacks, not teams, but 2 quarterbacks that have been to the Super Bowl multiple times. That is Eli Manning and Russell Wilson. That is 14 years of different quarterbacks minus really 2 years.
In the NFC.
In the NFC. The AFC has been represented by the same quarterbacks and one Joe Flacco. Big Ben, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. Go look it up if you don't believe me. No other quarterback has represented the AFC in the Super Bowl. 1 year of Flacco, the rest of it was 3 Big Bens. Not counting the first one they won in 01, because I said 03. It's been 6 Tom Brady's, and it's been 4 Peyton Manning's. There's your 17 right there. There's your 14 right there since 03. If he goes to the AFC and the Jags, he's facing that Tom Brady. He's facing that Big Ben. The Packers were just in the NFC Championship game against the Falcons. I think his best bet right now is with the Packers. Don't you think?
I mean, they gotta upgrade some stuff.
Well,
some stuff
they ain't gonna win
sound
many
terrible.
more games. They're gonna get a good draft pick. Do you get an offensive lineman, the best one if he's there? Do you get another pass rush opposite Clay Matthews to help the defense? You can do something with that. You can do something with that. So that's my argument. My argument is I think his best option is right there with the Packers. Now, you said the Vikings, you gave one NFC team, and the Vikings have a great defense, a good running game, and a better upgraded offensive line.
And they have some decent receivers.
They do. Do they want to go pay? Yeah, they do. No, 100%. Do they want to pay Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Thielen? Yeah. No, 100%. I ain't think about the Vikings. If they have the cap space, Vikings to me would be the only team I would see as an upgrade.
Dalvin
because
Cook
Aaron Rodgers can make any
behind them.
receivers good. Exactly.
All right. What's the next question?
Next question was, do you see anybody beating the Eagles? I don't know if he meant in the NFC or in general. Do you see anybody beating the Eagles? Maybe he meant the rest of their schedule.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull up their schedule.
So you pull up the
intern,
schedule.
pull up my schedule. Yes, sir. All right. I'm pulling it up right now.
So real quick, it's easy. Oh, you already got it up?
So this week they have the
go ahead.
Cowboys.
Next week they have the Cowboys.
Oh,
They have my
okay.
week
I'm
this
sorry. It doesn't tell me what week it is. It just says next game. That's a division game. If Zeke is not suspended, it's a winnable game for the Cowboys. So the Cowboys could beat them. The Bears aren't beating them. The Seahawks Eagles, I can see that being a shootout. So that's a possible. The Rams Eagles, we were just saying how the Rams have the #1 offense in the NFL. That's another shootout. The Giants are not beating the Eagles. The Raiders are not beating the Eagles. And then so they got to play the Cowboys twice, the Rams and the Seahawks. They can easily lose 2 of those games.
So I 100% agree with you. I got a guy that I work with. He's a annoying Eagles fan. It was one of the reasons why when we had our annoying fan base, Eagles were top of my list because he's always in my office. He was in my office last year when they were 3-0, and then they finished 7-9. I never saw him again in my office. This year they're 8-1. They're looking really good. But again, 8-1. They started off the gate so fast, so furious that 8-1. Fast and Furious. See that? See what I did there? And 8-1. They go. Well, I can't say 500 because they only have 7 games left. But let's say they go 3-4, which would be a huge drop off. That's still 11-5. That's just so crazy. That's why I hate when these experts say, "Oh, games in December really matter." Motherfucker. Oh well, sorry, man. Whatever. It is 16 games. Every game matters in a 16-game season. It's just too small. There's no room for error. Now, back to the question. Yes, the Eagles are not going 15-1. They're going to lose at least 2 games, if not 3. I said they finished 12-4, and they probably do win the NFC East. I just don't see how the Cowboys can catch them. We have to beat them twice and hope they lose another game with us winning out for us to beat them in the NFC East. You know what I mean? So it's just very tough. I say they go 12-4. They're going to lose a couple more games,
right,
if not
so
3.
First off, they can go 15-1. It is possible.
They're not going.
However,
going 15. Okay, it's all possible. Yes.
I say they go 13-3 at the lowest.
Okay.
So
13-3. Okay.
Anyways, what's the next? Next question.
You good? So Patterson, everybody knows Pat. If you listen to our Week 8 episode, he killed us in picks.
Your
he killed
memory's
us in
pretty
fantasy.
good. You have a pretty good memory. Like you just know like what week we discussed what and who was on. Like it's pretty remarkable.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, but Patterson, good. Week 8 episode killed us and everything. That's why you haven't heard him back here yet. Nah, he'll be back. He wants to know, does Deshaun Watson have a chance at Rookie of the Year? And if the answer is no, what has to happen for him to win Rookie of the Year?
All right. Do I get to answer first?
Mike check. Because I know it's going to be
The only way that Deshaun Watson wins Rookie of the Year in 2017 or the 2017-2018 season is if he invents a time machine and goes back in time and prevents his ACL from being torn, or Kareem Hunt and Leonard Fournette both go and like jump someone together, probably a woman, and they both get suspended for the rest of the season. That would be the only way he wins Rookie of the Year.
Just for all of our viewers, we are not condoning
by no means.
domestic violence.
And if they did that, I would hope they go to jail. However, my point is that the only way he would win is if we destroyed their names of Leonard Fournette and Kareem Hunt, and they stopped playing.
So,
and then that's offensive. They even got
well, there's offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year. So there is 2 different titles, or I guess winners, whatever. But I mean, I hate to say this, but I kind of have to agree. Deshaun Watson was the most electrifying player in the NFL for 7 weeks. But that's 7 weeks. It's not even half of the season. He put up great numbers. He broke rookie records. It was 19 touchdowns or 20 total touchdowns. He beat Kurt Warner rookie touchdown total.
Could you imagine what that record would have been though if he didn't get hurt?
No, well, it was at that mark of the games. I don't even know what the total was for 16 games. You know what I mean? I don't know what the total was, but he probably would have destroyed that too. He was phenomenal, but he didn't play not even half the season. The same basketball where Joel Embiid won Rookie of the Year in his 3rd year, by the way. He won Rookie of the Year playing half the season in the NBA. You know, it's not baseball where you can win MVP but only play 100 of the 160 games. Basketball, they're going to look at games in November, December. He's not playing in them. And again, you got Kareem Hunt, who's leading the league in rushing. He's going to lose that, by the way. His numbers are going down. And you have Leonard Fournette, who has scored a touchdown in every single game he's played in. And he's going to keep doing that as long as he stays on the field and not miss photo shoots.
Yeah, don't miss any more team photos, Leonard.
So he doesn't. I'm sorry. He will be, 4th, 5th maybe, just based on what he's done. But a chance of winning, I got to say 0% chance of winning. He has 0% chance.
All right, here's my question. What's the record? How many yards is it for the most rushing yards by a rookie running back?
What's the record? Yeah. The record, I believe, is Eric Dickerson at 1,800 that Zeke was chasing last year. It's 1,800 something. I don't have the exact number.
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
But Zeke was chasing it, and Eric Dickerson said, "Good luck."
1,808 yards.
Yes, which Zeke probably could have had a very good chance of getting if he did not sit Week 17. But of course, we're thinking about playoffs and more than just rookie records.
First off, you're high. Zeke finished
Why?
with 1,500.
Zeke finished with
I
1,600
just
rushing
pulled it up.
yards.
It was like 1,530.
Wrong,
Pull it up right now.
bro. Zeke finished with 1,600
No,
rushing yards.
it's like
rookie year.
1,530. I want to see how many yards Fournette has.
Well, Fournette missed one game due to injury and another game due to a photo shoot, so he's not going to
He
get
only
it.
has 596 rushing yards. There's no way he's getting it.
Okay.
That's what I was
mean-
going for. I was just trying to see how close of a chance he had. 1,551
Wasn't even
yards.
close. What's that?
Says, this is also from December 20th. Damn it.
Exactly. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, you trying to question me, a Cowboy fan, on what a Cowboy did his rookie year.
You'll be all right. I haven't heard your stats anyway.
I mean, I know I'm going to be all right.
I haven't heard the stats
'cause
anyway.
I know I'm right. You haven't
I
heard
haven't
what?
understand how many yards he had.
Because my phone's being stupid right now, and now we're over here just killing time.
He
People
had
listening to us, and probably already got it pulled up.
1,631 yards. I already pulled it up.
Thank you. So, as I said, he had 1,600 yards, and everybody knows he started out the gate slow with 50 yards week 1, and he didn't play week 17. He legit had a chance. Anyways,
Anywho.
Kareem Hunt is not going to lead the league in rushing. Oh, which, by the way, Le'Veon Bell had a bye week, and Zeke Elliott didn't pass him yet. Kareem Hunt still leads the league in rushing, right? So I had a fun fact. Since week 3 of last year, or week 4 of last year, week 4, a rookie has led the league in rushing for now 23 straight weeks. So you take the first 9 weeks of this year, because Kareem Hunt has led the league in rushing every week, and you take the last 14 weeks, 13 weeks of the NFL. Of last year, where Zeke Elliott took the lead and never let it go. Rookies have led the league in rushing for 22 or 23. I think it's 22 straight weeks in the NFL. That's crazy. If you didn't know that, hit that share button, because we just dropped some knowledge on your ass. We just dropped some knowledge on your
We
ass.
just learned you something.
So now, can I get on my Jones rant one more
Go
time?
ahead, hit it up.
Jones rant 2.0. And if you didn't know this, hit that share button one more time. I want to know, we know the NFL schedules come out in April or May. They make a big deal about it on NFL.com, and they go through all the games and give projection wins in May, which is really stupid, by the way. But I want to know who Bob from marketing that was trying to kiss up to the boss's ass said, I think it'd be a good idea if we put the Dolphins on a trio of primetime games. Think I'm making that up? 2 weeks ago, they lost 40-0 Thursday Night Football. It's the only game on TV in the NFL, so it's prime time. Last week, they lost to the Raiders. Sunday Night Football. It was a pretty entertaining game, but still, they still lost. What do they have this week, week 10? They got the Panthers on Monday Night Football. The only game on TV, prime time. Get out of here. Cowboys don't get it, America's team. Patriots don't get it, most winning team in the last decade of the NFL. Steelers don't get it. They got people who have national televised commercials. Packers don't get it. They got the best quarterback in the league. How do the Dolphins get 3 straight primetime games that we have to sit there and watch the Dolphins go out there with Jay Cutler or Matt Moore? Well, I tell you what, I found that fascinating. That's my rant. I don't understand who thought that was a good idea.
You all right? You get all that off your chest?
I did. I just thought it was stupid. It makes no sense.
I mean,
the Dolphins?
They put a lot of teams that don't deserve primetime on primetime.
But not 3 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that's just bad scheduling. But you can't change it.
You can't, but you have the time slots in there. You know it says Sunday Night Football, Monday night, and Thursday night. You knew that there was going to be primetime games. It's just funny to me.
The problem would be is that if they were to change games the week of or last minute, they're going to affect so many fans that are traveling to these games. That
very true, but you say that, but they used to have it. I think they still do it during selective weeks.
I'm sure that's why they
changed
stopped
out
doing
the Sunday
it.
Night Football game. But you remember they did that, right?
But it didn't happen all the time. It was pretty rare that it would happen.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm done with my rants. That was our questions. Appreciate Gary and Patterson. Keep the questions coming. We do this once a week, and we're going to keep answering all your questions and giving you our input.
All right, well, we're at 30 minutes, so let's get these picks on.
We are. Let's go. Week 10 picks. I wish I'm going 13 for 13, but there's 14 games, and I ain't saying I'm going 14 for 14. I just want to get double-digit wins.
I'm
Let's
going
go.
12 for 14 this week.
All right, let's go. I'm going to beat you, so I got to go 13.
Seattle at Arizona.
Ooh, you go
I'm
first.
going Seattle. You can give AP the
Seattle
ball
wants to-
40, 100 times. They're still going to lose. Seattle wins the game.
Yeah, you want to remain in that wild card spot, Seattle. You lost to the Redskins at home. You cannot afford to drop this one. I think Seattle wins the game also.
Okay, first game of Sunday. New Orleans at Buffalo.
That's going to be a great game. I got to ride with the hot Saints. I just do. 6 in a row. Let's make it 7.
Okay, I'm going with the home team, and I'm taking the Bills. Their defense will be able to slow down Drew Brees enough. Tyrod Taylor should be able to eat it up. Kelvin Benjamin's first game as a Bill. Should be a nice, big game.
That is true. That is true.
Let's go. New Orleans defense is not that great. Next game, Green Bay at Chicago.
Chicago Bears. I'm sticking with my 9-7 NFC North winners, the Bears.
Well, I'm going with Chicago too, more so because their defense looks pretty decent and Green Bay's offense looks pretty whack. So, next game, Cleveland Browns at Detroit Lions. We're going the Lions. No, we don't got to elaborate on that. Pittsburgh Steelers at Indianapolis Colts.
Steelers. Not
All
even
day.
going to.
All day.
I'll take Steelers on a Thursday night game. I'll take Steelers in back-to-back. They played Monday night and Tuesday against the Colts. They had a bye week. Steelers.
I'll take the Steelers starting defense and second string offense against the Colts. LA Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going Jags all day.
Yeah, I got to go with Jags. Phillip Rivers can swing the ball around. Melvin Gordon is the truth. But that Jags defense is stopping everybody.
And D.D. Westbrook
Everybody.
should make his his first appearance this week since he didn't play last week.
Yeah.
And Leonard Fournette will make his appearance again as long as he makes an appearance for a team photo first. New York Jets at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucks are sitting Winston out a couple weeks. So we got the Fitz Magic on the other side of the ball going against the Jets. Who do you got?
So I got really excited for this because I forgot Fitzpatrick. I ain't really forget him, but don't forget Fitzpatrick was the quarterback for the Jets 2 years ago.
And played pretty well.
He played well year one with Brandon Marshall, and then year 2 was not so much. I think the Jets win this game because they're the better team, but I would not be surprised if Fitz Magic throws 300 yards and at least 2 touchdowns. But that Tampa Bay defense is terrible. Jets are going to win this game.
Don't forget Mike Evans is suspended.
Exactly. Well, Deshaun Jackson, you're going to see what you got in that rookie you drafted. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. And you still got Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard. I almost said O.J. Simpson.
The Juice 2.0. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I got to go with Titans, man. I just don't believe in the Bengals at all.
Yeah. I don't believe in either of these teams, but I'm going to go with the Titans as well.
Can I say something real
Sure,
quick?
go ahead.
Can you imagine how awkward it must be in that quarterback room with A.J. McCarron and the quarterback coach and the head coach?
Yeah, after you try to trade them?
No, they did trade him. The Browns messed it up. So they legit saying we didn't want you we wanted to give you away for draft picks, and the Browns messed it up. Otherwise, you would be a Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, you know
right now.
A.J. McCarron has a lawsuit against the Bengals, though, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Hold on, give me 1 second.
No, let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh. I'm pretty
look it
sure
up
it's
later.
because he's like pretty much suing them because they won't trade him or anything. It's weird. It's like a personal suit.
Oh no, I don't think he's suing him, but he is asking. He is like demanding that they buy him out of his contract or let him go, even though he's still under his rookie deal, whatever they are. He is asking that they let him go so he can go test free agency and play somewhere else. I did read that. You're right.
All right, next game: Minnesota Vikings at Washington Redskins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings off a bye week. Mike Zimmer, that defense. Yeah, Vikings.
Who's the starting quarterback for the Vikings?
It is Case Keenum. And fun note, Sam Bradford threw 3 touchdowns, 300 yards all over the Saints defense. Everybody said, here we go, Sam Bradford. He somehow injures his knee because it's Sam Bradford. He probably was just walking down the street. He's about to be on IR now. Case Keenum comes in, keeps them relevant, top of the NFC North. And now Teddy Bridgewater is Case Keenum's backup. Ooh, that is funny. While teams are trying to find quarterbacks, these dudes got apparently 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, they just interchange them. I'm going Vikings as well. I think they're just a better team over the Redskins. But we're probably both wrong, so. Houston at LA Rams. I'm going Rams, obviously.
Rams.
Okay, that's a savage comment. Dallas
good.
Cowboys
That was a good
at
one.
Atlanta Falcons.
Woo! With Zeke, we beat them Falcons. We gonna clip them dirty birds. We gonna I don't have any more puns. But without Zeke, we still beat them Falcons.
Damn, I was
Falcons
about
are
to say
not
the
a good
same
team.
thing.
Go Cowboys.
I got Dallas winning this game too. Atlanta has not been impressive at all this season. Plus, I want to see Atlanta get 6 losses. So the faster, the better, for me. I don't know if you remember, but I made a bet before the season that the Falcons would not. The bet was that the Falcons would go 11-5 or better. I said that they would not.
Oh, that was easy money. Oh, wow. That was
Week
easy
10,
money.
here we are, and I just need 2 more losses. Cash
coming.
at me that money. All right, New York Giants at San Francisco, the most unwatched game of the week.
Yeah. So, I'm going with the 49ers. But I'm going to tell you why. We all know the Giants are bad. And it's evident, obviously. But their defense is showing no effort. At least the Niners are trying to win games. They're out there playing with heart. They're out there, grinding it out. I think the 49ers get this win. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants. Giants defense is better than the Niners, and with Sterling Shepard back, the Eli Manning has at least one receiver that wasn't working at Home Depot like a couple weeks ago. And he still has Evan Ingram as his tight end. I'm going with the New York Giants to beat the San Francisco 49ers.
I say this, and you are probably right. I'm just gonna go with the home team, the team that's showing more effort. But if the Giants lose to the Niners, Ben McAdoo cannot be the head coach going forward. He cannot be the head coach the next week. He shouldn't be. But this should be like the cherry on top of the icing of your shit season. Like if you lose to the winless Niners, you have got to fire your head coach. Don't even get on a plane and go back to New York. Don't go back home wherever you're from.
Apply for jobs.
Don't go back to New York.
Apply for jobs in the Bay, bro. Don't come back to New York.
Yeah, stay out here.
All right. Sunday Night Football, we have the New England Patriots against the Denver Broncos, which on paper before week 1, this was like, oh my God, can't wait for it. Fast forward to week 10, and we got the Brocket at quarterback who likes to throw bullets at the other team, sees triple coverage and says he's open. To like the 4th string receiver. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm not watching this game. I'm just not gonna watch this. I might take my wife out to dinner. Shout out to my wife. Yes, I'm not watching this game. It's the Patriots off a bye week with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. It's the Patriots. If you don't want to swallow your pride and try to beat me in picks, go ahead and say the Broncos. But you know they're not winning this game.
I mean, Denver's defense is a bounce back week after the Eagles stomped all over them.
He's gonna try to do this, y'all.
They get 2 defensive touchdowns.
He's gonna try to do this.
And the Denver Broncos win a low-scoring game.
Okay, we'll go. I
called Denver Broncos having a defensive touchdown last week. And
okay.
what they get?
Dude,
they got a defensive touchdown last week.
Oh, okay.
Saved me in fantasy because I went on a whim. Was like, maybe this is just gonna just blow me away and amaze me. And if it wasn't for that touchdown, I would have been screwed. Anyways, Monday Night Football, the most watched game on TV. Miami Dolphins. I can't even say it. Miami Dolphins and Carolina Panthers.
I'm going with the Panthers. They got to keep race with the Saints, who are in first place, and they'll have close watch on that game Sunday when the Saints face the Bills. Panthers will either got to keep up with them or they'll see an opportunity to tie them. Panthers are not losing this game to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going Panthers as well.
All right, we don't have that many different, man, but we'll see what we come out with.
Show will. We got any other topics we want to cover? Any other?
Nah, it's too late for Studs Does Fantasy, man. We stink anyways. We ain't getting nobody right.
All right. Kelvin Benjamin, stud. Play him. Start him.
There you go.
Ugh. Dud of the week, Mike Evans for a cheap back shot. Anyways. I mean, all right, man. I guess that's all we got.
Yeah, no, hey, we appreciate the questions, Gary and Pat, and hey, anybody that wants to send us questions, I should have said this earlier because I doubt anybody really listens to us for the whole 40 minutes. But you can find us at Facebook /Uneducated Experts. You can find us anywhere or just Google Uneducated Experts. But post your questions to Facebook or Twitter, and we will answer them as we did today. We appreciate all your support, and have a dope day.
Ooh, you try to steal it. Hey, get your picks in. On that note, what Jones said. Later.